Good afternoon, everyone. It's Miss Brown from Sankofa Cultural Arts Center coming to you from our YouTube channel. We're starting off today with Miss Natisha with environmental science and a video of how to troubleshoot your laptop with Mr. Williams.
Hi Sankofa community, this is Miss Natisha. Hoping you all are having a safe time off. Hoping you all are staying nice and healthy. I know for me, I'm just trying to make sure I can be as healthy as possible, keeping my plate colorful, keeping my drinks natural, and of course, having good hygiene. Today, we're going to continue our environmental science month. So as you know, spring is still coming. We want to make sure that we're getting our gardens ready if you have one. And another way that you can keep your house safe and healthy is having indoor plants. Indoor plants are good for toxins from the air, which is very important right now, enrich overall health and well-being, increase productivity, and maybe decrease your stress during this very stressful time. So, as you know, we are going to prepare our garden outside, and then we'll prepare your indoor plants as well. And another way we can reduce some waste is through composting. As you can see, these are items you can find in your house. There's a tote here. Someone just has some dirt, and then your composting items. This is a small waste bin, a flower pot, and this right here, a soda bottle. So you can easily make a composter at home. So why compost? Composting can help you reduce waste that we get rid of every day. From any of your food waste, paper towel waste. It can reduce the need for synthetic soils, and the fertilizers that we're buying from the store are man-made. So why not use our waste and save our money and create our own compostable soil that we can use for our garden? And here's some things that we can compost. So we have our paper towels that we throw away every day. Leaves you can easily find outside. Your fruit and vegetable waste. Coffee grounds. If you feel like getting your hands dirty and finding some worms. Ashes and wood, dryer land, and grass. So now that you have a little background information on composting, we're actually going to make our own composter today. You will need your main compost item. You're going to need a drill or scissors. Make sure you have adult supervision while doing so. Alright, so I got all the materials that we're going to need inside here. We're going to go out by the garden just so I can get some extra dirt and soil and all that good stuff to put inside our compost. Alright, so like I said earlier, you can find your easily accessible household items. So I have a milk jug here. You use a water bottle, any type of cardboard box. So here's a tissue box. And then your compostable items, I have some banana peels, potato skins, and then of course scissors. If you're using something like a flower pot, this one we already drilled some holes in it, so about 3, just so there's enough for your water to go through. Alright, and I also have gloves because you always want to make sure you have safety first. I'm going to cut the top off of this milk jug. Look at all that. Anytime you're using scissors, make sure you have adult supervision with things like this. So I'm going to poke holes at the bottom. You have to be really careful with the scissors, so I'm going to leave them closed. Just going to poke some holes at the bottom so the water can drain. About 3 should be good. So I did one on the outside. Yeah, I could. Maybe.
A little bit on to one side, just snip a hole into it. Yeah.
Ah, there we go. Alright, so cut on the outside like that. That'll get your other holes on the side there. Alright, now top part cut off here. Then we need a good ratio of dirt to our compostable items. So I'm gonna get some dirt here. Dirt, you can use leaves as well. Then I'm gonna put some of our compostable food items in. Just have a good ratio. Some more dirt and leaves. Potato skins. Also some apple skin, because I don't like eating the skin on my apple, so I just found another way to dispose of it by composting. And we don't need to fill it up all the way because we're going to need to stir it over time. Okay, as you can see, I didn't fill it up all the way. That gives me room so I can stir it up about once a week. Now I'm going to get some water so we can start getting that moisturized. You can use a hose, a spray bottle, whatever you have around your house. Don't want to make this too difficult. I'm just going to give it a little bit of water. Alright, cut, because I forgot to put. Alright, so now I'm going to water the compost just a little bit. That way the ingredients can start breaking down and it'll be ready for me to stir next week. The goal is to get it to look as much as like the dirt as possible. Alright, so I have my holes at the bottom, the water should be draining easily. Also going to create some other small composters as well with the pot here and our water bottle. This one's a little easier to cut. Dirt at the bottom again. Your compostable material. I have some potato skins again. A piece of asparagus. Some more dirt and leaves. Again, I'm not filling it up all the way because I want to be able to make room so I can stir it at the end of the week. I'm going to add some water. Plenty of holes so it can drain well. Now it's your turn. We want to see what you can do. Build your own composter, bring it in, and we will contribute it all together and put it into our garden so we can get it back up and running like it was last year. See you soon. So, I just got my laptop back from my sister and I turned it on and this is what I see. Don't know what happened, but luckily there's somebody here that can fix this.
Hey, teacher, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm well, thank you.
So I just got my laptop back from my sister and this is what I see. Help.
Oh, so what it's saying is no bootable devices. Strike F1 to try to boot, or press F2 to set up utility. Press F5 to run onboard diagnostics. Now, I'm pretty familiar with laptops, so I know that if it's telling us to do it, I'm gonna try pressing F1 for the first time and see what happens.
Okay, I trust you.
Thank you. Okay, so basically it's bringing me back to the same screen, still telling us that there are no bootable devices. I'm going to try F5 and allow it to do the onboard diagnostics. And it should tell me the same thing I'm already thinking. That again, that there is no hard drive installed, which tells me that although there was one, I assume this worked yesterday.
Yeah, it worked yesterday.
So if it worked yesterday, then I'm assuming that the connection,
Oh, no.
yes, they were. The connection to the hard drive that's in this machine has either come apart or it has become defective. So I'm going to run through and let it go do what it does, and then we will actually possibly open it up and see if we can find out more. While it's doing that, I'm going to go ahead and get my tools in the event I need them.
Now, what is all that?
Okay, so this is the actual diagnostic screen. So what it's doing is it's going through various tests. So right now it's testing the CPU to make sure that the CPU is working correctly. So it goes, and that's it. We should be able to turn off some of these tests. Is it touchscreen? No, we have to sit and let it go.
It's supposed to be touchscreen.
Okay, well it might not be touchscreen until later.
Oh, wow.
It's not at this point. Because it's not allowing me to go through and make any changes, and I don't see the mouse. I see the mouse, but it's in hourglass, which is factory processing, so we can't change anything at this point. Now I noticed that it says not applicable when it talks about the hard drive. So I know, even without going through the test, I don't know if you can see that from there, I know that it's not actually seeing it as being installed. So we don't even need to go through this test. So, but I assume it fell. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and disconnect the power, because you don't want to get electrocuted. And almost done. And it does not have a battery, and it's internal, so we can't get to it from here. So what I see that there's screws on the bottom. I'm going to take my trusty screwdriver and see if I can't remove them. Identify some parts. This is our hard drive. This is our battery. This is our CMOS. This is our SD card reader. These are our speakers. This is RAM. That's our fan to keep things nice and cool. And there's our circuit board with all of our USB connections on it. All right, so let's see if we can figure out what is going on with the hard drive. So let's try this again. There it is connected, so if it's not working, we may need to replace it actually. What we have done, the actual hard drive is in place, so it's not that it got disconnected in the fall. Yeah, so what has happened is the hard drive has become non-functional, so you would need to replace it. Sorry.
Is there any way to get the information off of that hard drive, or is it pretty much fine?
Well, in laptops it's difficult because you can't add two drives in to make that determination, and these basically work in that they sell devices that allow you to read them. In this case, in this one, let's get some information about this drive. That would be definitely a wise idea. So this drive, and I'm going to disconnect it so I can tell you about the information that I'm seeing. Okay, so, okay, if you look here, it tells you the capacity.
Okay.
It tells you that it's a 500 gigabyte hard drive. So if you look here, you can see it tells us that it's a 500 gigabyte hard drive. This one does not tell us the speed, but if we were to look it up, we would be able to get that information and know that how fast the read speed is and how fast the seek speed is of this particular drive.
So everything on here is pretty much done for.
So it's not that the data is gone. It may be possible to recover the data. But like I said, it can be an expensive proposition to do because you will either contact the company who will do it for you, or you buy equipment and do it yourself. You need which is necessarily that cheap. It's easier just to buy another hard drive and put the data that you want on. In the future, if you can, you'll want to back up that hard drive onto something else, maybe an external hard drive, so that you have it in two places. So in the event that the hard drive goes, you still have the data that's on it.
So siblings don't go dropping your older siblings any type of electronic.
Thank you all for joining us today. We had our session where we learned about a little bit about computer troubles with Mr. Williams, myself, and we learned a bit about how to make our own composter with Mr. Tisha. Again, thank you all for joining us. But you have to join us for our next session where we were getting a little bit of exercise and our wellness in with Miss Kristen, and we will be playing a little bit of Jeopardy with Miss Brown. Please don't forget to join us. Till then.